How's it going?
As well as can be expected, I guess. How you doing?
Yeah. Yeah, same here. I mean, with the sun shining, I feel like it makes it a little bit
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. I mean, I get, even when there's no coronavirus, I get depressed without sunshine. So,
Me too. So I feel like the other day when it was like 4 days straight of rain, I was like, I can't handle this anymore.
I know. Have you been, where are you right now?
I am in Nashville.
Okay. So we're,
Yeah,
we're zooming from 5 minutes apart, probably.
pretty much. You're by the Taco Bell, right?
Yeah. Yeah. The East Nashville food court.
Yes, exactly. I like this sweater, by the way.
Thank you.
I need one of those.
We'll get you one. You know what? We got them in. I mean, we wanted them for shows, obviously, and we got them in time for the Ryman. And
Mhm.
the Ryman was the last show that I played. So they're just all sitting in my garage now. So
That's not a bad last show to play before all of this.
no, it's not, but I still, I'd play in a restaurant at this point, be
Yeah,
excited about it.
no kidding. What was the Ryman like? Because I've been there twice before, and I feel like that even with nobody in there, it just feels so cool.
Yeah. The Ryman, so I kind of compare it to the Opry.
Yeah.
First time I played the Opry, but the Opry was weird for me because I had played a lot of I did a lot of like private corporate gigs on the actual stage of the Opry, just turned the wrong way before I got to play the Opry. So it was kind of one of those things where I had stood there before, just never
Right.
actually done it. And the Ryman, I had never even walked on stage before. I'd seen some of my favorite concerts there. I've been to shows by myself to go to the Ryman. It starts as like you just want to see it,
Yeah.
and then you're like, okay, I'd love to play here. And then, but yeah, looking from the stage out, like you kind of picture the view that all your favorite bands had,
Yeah.
and it's a really cool feeling. And it went. Um, I'm a big feel person, so I'm always like how things feel, and it felt exactly the way that I wanted it to feel playing it. So that was fun.
Awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah.
And then I also saw you had posted a picture, it was a few weeks ago. You were at the mall, I think wearing that sweater, and there was a lady wearing an Adam Doleac shirt.
Yeah.
Did you know her?
Yes, I did know her. She
Okay.
was so Spencer, who plays guitar for me, he's
Right.
played with me for I think like over 6 years now. It's been a long time. That was his grandmother, who probably should not have been in a mall. But the best thing about that was, come here, girl. Okay. The best thing was that shirt was like, I mean, like one of the first shirts ever made. I forgot it even existed. So it was.
That's
She
amazing.
walked up and I was like, "Oh my God, this is
She's a
amazing."
diehard.
Die Hard,
She's
day
been
oneer.
supporting since the start.
Yeah, yeah,
Is that your dog in the background?
yeah. You want to say, "Hey, come here, girl"?
I'll bring mine over too, and they can say hi to each other.
Hey. Oh, look, there's another dog.
Oh,
Remi.
she's so cute.
This is Remi.
Oh.
You see that dog?
Oh, she's adorable.
Yeah, we rescued her about a year ago.
Aw. Is she a music fan?
Um, yeah. I mean, she's at least not repelled by it. She'll
That's
hang
good.
around, So, I think she likes when I sing.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Phoebe definitely she passes right out as soon as the singing starts. She's like a little baby being
Yeah,
sung
she
a
gets
lullaby.
serenaded.
Yeah.
Did you name her after Phoebe from Friends?
I absolutely did. Yep.
Nice.
She was a puppy, and I got her she was really sick. And I couldn't figure out what to name her because I felt like she wasn't being herself yet because she was
Right.
so lethargic. And when she finally started acting like a puppy, she went running down the hallway and her legs were like flailing everywhere. She hit everything. And I was just like, oh my God, you run like Phoebe and Friends. And I was like, you are Phoebe.
I forgot about that scene. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's her. Her back legs when she runs go this way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you I think you've been working out. I saw you were making some popcorn. I heard that you apparently make the best popcorn. So what do you put on your popcorn?
Well, let's clarify this. I make the best popcorn in our home. I'm sure
Out of the two of you.
Yeah, out of the two of us. Mac actually got me started. I was just a put the popcorn in a bag in the microwave guy and eat it, but she got me started on making the actual kernels at home in the pot. but it's not too hard. You put some butter in there and some salt and pepper, some garlic powder in the bottom, get that all melted in there, and then put the kernels in there.
Okay.
And then turn it up and let it start popping. And then you have to really time how long it's popped from when it starts popping to when it stops popping. Needs to be about 2.5 minutes or so.
Okay.
I've learned that's important. If you leave it in there too long, it just gets burnt. That's no good.
Right.
It's been a process for sure.
I literally bought kernels the other day and
Yeah.
they're sitting in the pantry, and I'm like, I need to just learn how to do this. So I'm going to try.
And it's one of our favorite snacks, and it's way better for you when you make it this way too, instead of the stuff in the bag.
Yeah.
So you can eat more.
Yes. Well, my mom growing up used to make popcorn like that all the time. And I just never learned to make it because I was always like, my mom makes it way better, so I'm just going to make her make it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, my mom made everything for me growing up too. So I'm just now learning. I want to get into, they have like different flavors you can do. You can sprinkle different flavors and stuff.
Dill pickle is my favorite.
Ooh, I love dill pickle.
Yeah, that's the best.
Mac actually made the Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets yesterday. She soaked them in the dill pickle juice overnight and then made them. So good.
Wow. Ooh, I might have to try that. So have you guys been experimenting and trying new things while you've got this time at home?
So we've only been in Nashville for 5 days now. We were headed to the beach. My family's had a place in Florida for like 15 years. It's where we went every summer for vacation.
Right.
And so we went down there kind of at the beginning of all this, right after the Ryman. And I mean, you would have never known anything was wrong at that point. There was the beach and pools and we had a little workout room and a condo, and it was nice. And then, obviously everything closed, the beaches, pools, everything closed down. So we left there, went to my mom and dad's house in Mississippi. We were going to go for 1 or 2 days and then ended up staying a week there. And so, again, they had a pool and we had a nice neighborhood to walk around in and stuff. So we just, and they had 85 degrees in sunshine, and we knew it was raining in Nashville. So
makes sense.
Yeah, so we stayed there, and then we just got back Monday of this week to Nashville. But yeah, we're just kind of inventing ways to keep ourselves busy. Anything like this, like any way to have actual plans of somewhere to be and something to do, it feels like the greatest thing in the world right now, Yeah. So
I'm super grateful for it.
Yeah, I mean, and we're lucky. I've talked, most everybody I've talked to that's not in this industry and can't use social media like this is like hurting bad from their jobs and stuff, So I've been able to, I've written and finished and recorded 3 songs this week. I can keep writing but we're doing it over Zoom, and I've got a studio. I'm in my studio right now, so I can actually track vocals, send it to them, and they put it in the song, and you have a finished recording. So I'm pretty lucky in the grand scheme of things in my situation. I'm in the garage. I just finished a workout actually, so that helps. And
nice. We just got a Peloton, so.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah. Yep. It made sense. It was like, I canceled my gym memberships in Toronto earlier this year, and the amount of money that I would spend on that, I would just spend on a Peloton, and it's right there.
Right. My first act as a kid, I've never gotten my parents anything really nice for a gift. I mean, I've got them gifts, but I've never gone like above and beyond and bought them an expensive gift. And so this last Christmas, I bought them a Peloton.
Nice.
And that was another big reason we ended up staying, I think, because like we were at their house this last week's the first time I've been home since I gave it to them. And man, I loved it. I've never done one before. And kind of some of my team at Sony they would like Instagram me and tag me in these posts. They'd be like, class at 9 a.m. in the morning. I'd hop on there and do the class with them.
That's awesome. Yeah. It's honestly
kick your butt too.
Oh yeah. It's not for the faint of heart. I mean, there's easier classes and stuff that you can take, but if you're trying to stay with everyone at pace and be serious about it, you are going to feel it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm a huge fan. I've always done spin class. But I feel like this is like next level for sure.
I feel like I'll end up getting my own. So when I
was going to say that.
When I do, we can get in some classes.
Yes. I'll race you.
Yeah.
So obviously if you've put, time into 3 new songs, I feel like your music is just now, like you've got so many songs out that still have so much life to them. Like we've talked about it before with Whiskey's Fine, that one's coming back around again. So what's your plan as far as, are you going to keep releasing new music, or are you going to let the stuff you have out right now have a life and build for a little bit?
Well, I don't think you can do that, just because you have all these fans. You know, the way that this has happened for me has not been like no one knew who I was and all of a sudden I signed a deal and then now my songs come out. They've been out for years. I've got some people that have been with me for 7 years, you know, fans. Yeah. So it's not fair to them to just recycle the same songs for an extra
Right.
2 years when really they deserve new stuff because they've been there longer. The way it all works now and the way I'm kind of seeing it working is, yes, we're going to keep releasing new music 100%, a good bit of it actually. So there's kind of two worlds. There's the radio world and then there's the digital world.
Right.
And thankfully the digital world allows you to, you know, sneak stuff out here. You can even use SoundCloud if you want and just sneak stuff out, see if people like it. We have a lot of, we've got a fan club thing kind of on the way. We've got a text message thing, and we're able to take care of our fans that we have with new music.
Right.
But even for everybody, we've got an EP coming out April 17th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, but again, that's going to be a lot of songs you've already heard. You know, there's going to be Neon Fools, Solo, Famous, Whiskey's Fine.
Right.
There's a couple of things on there that I'm excited about. One is a new song called I Choose Lonely.
Okay.
And another thing for the fans, we played that most of last year at the live shows and just kind of noticed the fans were loving it. So we're going to put that out as a new song for them. And also Mom and Daddy's Money is a song that I love. I've always loved, but I've always thought that it's more special live than it was in the recording. You know, sometimes something gets a little lost in that process. And so once I signed my deal with Sony, they kind of said, hey, you want us to purchase this song and just continue to use this recording? Or would you like to go back in the studio and re-record it and kind of give it another shot at it? And so that's what I did. Went back in the studio with my producer, Andy Skibb, and we re-recorded it, and it just turned out really, really awesome. And so I'm excited that there's a new version of Mom and Daddy's Money will be on the EP as well. So
that's awesome. Well, yeah. I have to say, I fell in love with the song when I first heard it, the way you released it, but then you played it for me just acoustic,
right,
and else in the studio at Love Shack Studios in Nashville last year. And then I loved it even more. So I know what you mean when you hear it that way. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, the good news, I think some songs are, because it took me like a month to decide if I wanted to try to re-record it because it's a special song to me too. And it's got over 1 million streams on Spotify. So I didn't want to confuse people. But I think with that song, no one loves it because of the way it's recorded. You know, I think it's the song that they love and the message of it. And so that did not get lost, only got better with the new recording. So I think it's going to be great. Some people may not even notice that it's re-recorded, you know, who knows, but I'm excited about it. I noticed, and I think it's way better. So
awesome. Well, I can't wait to hear it. That's so exciting. I was being a little selfish when I asked if you were going to keep releasing new music, because I was like, I love all the stuff you have out, but I've been listening to it from the beginning. So I'm like, better keep releasing new music.
Yeah. And I think we've got a summer. I don't know what plans will change and stay, but I imagine digital stuff will stay. We have a summer EP coming out as well, like a 3-pack, 2 or 3-pack. So some more new songs in June or July, sometime around there.
Ooh, that's awesome. So that's good. I'm glad that even in this weird, strange time we're in, things aren't going to slow down for you, because the thing about it is people, you know, it sucks that you can't get out there and play it in front of people live, but you can still get the music to people.
And that's one big thing for me is I don't want people that came to a show last year to come to a show. I mean, I know shows are paused this year, but say they went to one of fall last year and come to one fall this year. I don't want them to see the same show with the same songs. And the only way to get new songs out or to have new songs in the live show is to put them out digitally. So we're going to keep doing that.
Awesome. And are you enjoying the live stuff? You've always kind of played, you know, covers and stuff on your socials, but I feel like you're able to engage even more now with your fans.
Yeah. And one of my favorite things has always been acoustic. Just pick up a guitar and play. Yeah. I still think I'm stronger in that way than I am even recorded stuff. Like I would rather, if I want to introduce you to my music, I'd rather sit down with a guitar, me and you, and play it. You know what I mean? That's how I've always been. So yeah, it's been good in that way. I used to be a little iffy about doing live stuff, live shows, going live on Instagram. You kind of used to worry about like your settings and how you looked and everything. And now I think it's just like, who cares? Go live, you know, hang out.
Everybody is in the same.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's been good for that for sure.
Yeah, it's got to be kind of comforting now. It's funny to me to see like Tim McGraw and Brad Paisley and all these big country artists that are doing Instagram lives and IGTVs just like everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all we got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. Thanks for doing this.
Hey, thanks for giving me plans. Like I said,
Yeah.
anytime you want to hang.